Can you all hear me? Can I just see a few hands? Can you all hear me? I need to know that you can hear me. Hello, I can't proceed until I know that you can hear me. I saw one hand, so I assume that if one can hear me, I assume all can hear me. Okay, so let's begin today's training. We weren't recording the welcome, so welcome everybody. It's good to be here, and I hope that we all learned something today. So today we're going to repeat some of the things. We only learn things by repetition. You know how we teach our children the ABC, we teach them the ABC over and over again. So it's good to repeat things so that we can learn from them. So by way of introduction, we will repeat what we've said before, because there are people here that maybe have not joined before. So as forever business owners or FBOs, it's essential to uphold the values and policies of Forever Living products. Recruiting new members into the Forever business is a responsibility that comes with ensuring that they understand the company's policies, procedures, and compliance standards. So many people don't understand that, and that is why we need to repeat these things, and we need always to encourage to read the company policy. So we have uplines in this business and we have downlines. So the role of the upline refers to the sponsor or the mentor who introduces new FBOs to the business. It is the responsibility of the upline to guide and support new recruits, ensuring they are well versed in Forever company policy procedures and compliance. We have lots of support from the Home Office and the FBO support team. The Home Office in Southern Africa and the FBO support team are dedicated to assisting FBOs in understanding and complying with policies. You might want to get a pen and paper out so that you can write down the following information, which is on the screen. FBOs can reach out to the FBO support team via email at fbosupport, one word, at forever.co.za, or WhatsApp the support number. So South African would dial 064, and anyone out of South Africa would dial +27 64 636 8968 for assistance and guidance. We don't take orders on that number, but that's where you can contact us for any queries that you have or assistance that you require. Today's topic, reading and understanding, the marketing plan in detail, and we're going to be looking from senior manager and above, leadership bonus, and gem bonus. All right, so our marketing manager has given us some extra information. For those of you that have missed the previous company policy training, because all of these meetings are recorded, you can watch and catch up by going to our YouTube page or joining the Forever Southern African FBO training and support Facebook group. Hyphen is just a word for that little dash between Africa and FBO. So on the left, there's three pictures here. The left picture is the YouTube. You'll go to YouTube and you'll go and hit the search button, and then you will type in Forever Living Products Southern Africa. And then go to the middle picture, company policy trainings. They will all come up. The very top one, the one that's shaded, company policy training that I did, that was the first one. We did that on the 13th of February this year, and that was on compliance. There's a lot of confusion with compliance. And then the rest were done by my colleague Green, and there they give you the titles of what would be done. And next week, I can tell you now, we're going to be doing Eagle Manager. So, and the one on the right, that is the Facebook page, if you're not on YouTube. Okay, so then again, a quick recap of our marketing plan. So there they are. You start off as a preferred customer and you get 5% discount from the retail price for your personal purchases. The next level, after doing 2 CCs in 2 consecutive months, or one or two consecutive months, and the assistant supervisor gets 30% discount on personal purchases, plus 25% preferred customer profit, plus 5% bonus boost if they do their 4 CCs active. And you'll see the last block on all 4 of these, you have to attend your trainings, be 4 case credit active, start sponsoring and building your downline. The next level, after you've done 25 CCs in 2 consecutive months, 1 or 2, is 38% discount on personal purchases, plus 8% preferred customer volume bonus, plus 25% preferred customer profit, plus 3% bonus on assistant supervisor group retail purchases. And then the assistant manager, after 75 CCs in 2 consecutive months, you will be getting 43% discount on personal purchases, 13% preferred customer volume bonus, 25% preferred customer profit, 5% bonus on supervisor group retail purchases, and 8% bonus on assistant supervisor group retail purchases. And then we go to manager, where you can either do 120 CCs in 2 consecutive months or 150 CCs in 3 or 4 consecutive months. And there you will earn 48% discount on personal purchases, 18% preferred customer volume bonus, 25% preferred customer profit, 5% bonus on assistant manager, group retail purchases, 10% bonus on supervisor group retail purchases, and 13% bonus on assistant supervisor group retail purchases. And just as a reminder, once again, attend your trainings, 4 case credits active, continue sponsoring and building your downline. And at the bottom here are all the beautiful pins. And as I've mentioned before, these pins are gold, and those are real gemstones. The senior and the soaring, those are garnets. And from sapphire, blue sapphires, diamond sapphire, 2 blue sapphires and 2 diamonds, and then from diamond manager above, gold with diamonds. And today we're going to be discussing from senior to centurion manager. So once again, we remind you, for those that are new, what is a case credit? A case credit is a value assigned to each product to calculate sales activity, to determine advancements, bonuses, awards, and earned incentives for the FBO as set forth in the FLP marketing plan. All case credits are calculated on a month-by-month basis. So the first day of the month being the new month, and the last day of the month at midnight being the end of that month. And here in the corner on the left are 4 examples. So there's your gel. One gel is worth 0.102 case credits. Aloe vera jelly is 0.060 case credits. Your Touch of Forever combo is 2 case credits. Your Start Your Journey combo is worth 2 case credits. It's actually worth a little bit less, but this generous company will move you to assistant supervisor, and it's worth 2 CCs on the marketing plan. So here we're going through some more of what is a case credit. You get different case credits. So your active, when people talk about active case credits, that's your 4 CCs. And those case credits are made up of personal case credits, plus preferred customer, those are your new people case credits. These determine an FPO's active status each month. Remember, you are only entitled to count the first 2 CCs of your new people. So if your person comes on board with, let's say, 0.320 in the first month, you cannot count the next 2 CCs. You can only count the difference between 0.320 and 2 CCs in their next order. Something just to remember. Then you have leadership case credits, which we will also talk about in depth later. But case credits awarded to an active leadership bonus qualified manager calculated at 40%, 20%, or 10% of the personal and non-manager case credits of his or her first, second, or third generation leadership bonus qualified managers, respectively. The preferred customer case credits are case credits as reflected by the purchases of a personally sponsored preferred customer, and non-manager case credits are case credits as reflected by the personal accredited sales of a downline FBO who is not under a downline manager. Then you get pass-through case credits, which we get now and then. Case credits as reflected by the personal accredited sales of a non-manager that pass up through an inactive manager to the first upline active manager. These are not counted as non-manager case credits for that active manager, but they are counted towards his or her total case credits. Personal case credits are case credits reflected by the FPO's personal accredited sales. And the total case credits is the total of all the FBO's various case credits, all added together. New case credits, the personal and non-manager case credits generated by the accredited sales of a recognized manager's personally sponsored preferred customer or FBO lines that were sponsored after he or she qualified as a recognized manager. New case credits will be accumulated for 12 processing months, including the month in which the preferred customer or the FBO line was sponsored, or until the personal preferred customer or FBO line achieves manager, whichever occurs first. And once again, all case credits are calculated on a month-by-month basis. What is an operating company? The administrative company under which one or multiple countries use a single database to calculate sales level advancements, bonus payments, and incentive qualifications. For example, the operating company for South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, Mozambique, and Lesotho is Forever Southern Africa, based in Wynberg, Cape Town, South Africa. So we, South Africa, look after 7 countries. So there the 7 countries are listed. We have an advantage in that if we doing our 4 CCs, we can do 1 in one country, 2 in another country, 1 point something in another country, and they will all be combined. Normally, it's not done that way, but because we are the operating country, we can combine our CCs between these countries, and they all counted for the same month. Okay, now let's look at a senior manager, and please take note of this. It's very important. In order to move to a senior manager, there's that beautiful senior manager pin. Either accumulate 2 first-generation sponsored recognized managers, or accumulate 1 Eagle manager downline. I would encourage you to accumulate 1 Eagle manager downline. You might have 1 manager and looking for that second manager to move you to senior, but build someone to a 1 Eagle manager downline, you will be a senior manager And the senior manager will be awarded a gold pin with 2 garnets. Now let's look one up. Soaring manager. Soaring manager either accumulate 5 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or accumulate 3 Eagle Manager downlines. So if you've got 3 Eagle Manager downlines, you will be a soaring manager. And the soaring manager will be awarded a gold pin with 4 garnets. Let's look at sapphire manager. There we either accumulate 9 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or accumulate 6 Eagle Manager downlines. Wow. So either 9 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or 6 Eagle Manager downlines. The sapphire manager will be awarded a gold pin with 4 sapphires and an all-expensive paid trip to a resort within the region where you are staying, and a personalized award plaque. Wow. Excited climbing diamond sapphire manager. Accumulate 17 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or accumulate 10 Eagle Manager downlines. Now, I would say, please look at the 10 Eagle Manager downlines. Your income will increase. It will be amazing. The Diamond Sapphire Manager will be awarded a gold pin with 2 diamonds and 2 sapphires and an all-expense paid trip to a luxury resort within the region and a personalized award plaque. Diamond Manager. Ooh, I think we have 4 in Southern Africa, maybe 5. Just lost track. I'm not at my own desk. So to become a Diamond Manager, accumulate 25 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or accumulate 15 Eagle Manager downlines. So it's 15 Eagle Managers or 25 first-generation sponsored recognized managers. The Diamond Manager will be awarded a gold pin with 1 large diamond, a beautifully designed diamond ring, an all-expense-paid trip to a luxury resort outside the region, a waiver of case volume requirements for volume, leadership, and Forever to Drive bonuses, provided a minimum of 25 first-generation sponsored recognized managers are active each month. A personalized plaque containing the names of the managers who made the advancement possible. Wow. Diamond Manager. Amazing. So now let's go to Double Diamond Manager. And this is a challenge for everybody, including our diamonds. Accumulate 50 first-generation sponsored recognized managers or accumulate 25 Eagle Manager downlines. Wow, that's half of 50. The Double Diamond Manager will be awarded a gold pin with 2 large diamonds, an exclusive pen accessorized with diamonds, an all-expenses paid trip to South Africa or equivalent destination determined by head office. Now, I think that to South Africa is if you were living in another country, you would be able to come to a trip in South Africa. So I'm sure if we were in South Africa, we'd be able to have something equivalent, another destination. A personalized plaque containing the names of the managers who made the advancement possible. Double diamond. Wow. I hope you're all thinking that way. And then there's one more level that we're going to in the diamond range today. Triple diamond managers. Accumulate 75 first-generation sponsored recognized managers, or accumulate 35 Eagle Manager downlines. We will be discussing Eagle Manager in 2 weeks' time. In case you're wondering what is an Eagle Manager, speak to your sponsor or your upline manager, but we will be discussing that in depth in 2 weeks' time. The Triple Diamond Manager will be awarded a gold pin with 3 large diamonds, an exclusive personalized watch, an all-expense-paid trip around the world. Wow, what a company. A personalized plaque containing the names of the managers who made the advancement possible. Wow, man, I hope you're all feeling excited. It is possible. It has been done. Then we go to Diamond Centurion Manager. Accumulate 100 first-generation sponsored recognized managers, or accumulate 45 Eagle Manager downlines. The Diamond Centurion Manager will be awarded a gold pin with 4 large diamonds. I've seen one of these. An all-expense-paid business class trip to the Hawaiian Islands or an equivalent destination. Wow. A professionally produced lifestyle business video, a personalized plaque containing the names of the managers who made the advancement possible. Diamond Centurion Manager. Wow, that was quite a lot to take in. So let us go back now to leadership bonus. After an FPO becomes a recognized manager, he or she can qualify for leadership bonus by developing and supporting downline managers and by continuing to sponsor and train FPOs. A recognized manager who is active and has 12 personal and non-manager, or has activity and leadership bonus waivers in a single operating company during the current month is considered leadership bonus qualified in that single operating company during that month. So the 4 CCs are part of that 12. So don't think you've got to do 4 plus 12, because it's 12 personal, non-manager. The personal and non-manager requirement is reduced to 8 CCs if the manager has 2 downline recognized managers, each in separate downlines, who each had 25 total case credits during the previous month. It is further reduced to 4 active case credits if he or she had 3 downline recognized managers, each in separate downlines, who each had 25 total case credits during the previous month. In my training file, I have a diagram which shows you what happens if you've got 12 and what is required, if you have 8 and what is required, if you have 4. If you need maybe like a copy of that, it's always easier for me to understand things when they are drawn. Send me an email or send the email to fbosupport@forever.co.za and we will happily share that page with you. A leadership bonus based on the total SRP, that is suggested retail price, of a manager's personal and non-manager accredited sales of the qualifying month, is paid to his or her upline leadership bonus qualified managers at the following rates. 6% is paid to the first upline leadership bonus qualified manager. 3% is paid to the second upline leadership bonus qualified manager, and 2% is paid to the third upline leadership bonus qualified manager. A manager is not active in an operating company for 3 consecutive months, loses eligibility to qualify for leadership bonus, even if he or she has no downline managers. Leadership bonus eligibility can be regained by meeting the following requirements in any single operating company. Generate a total of 12 personal non-manager case credits each month for 3 consecutive months, even if he or she does not have any downline managers. Be active each month for the same period. Be careful there, because active is your 4 CCs, which is made of at least 1 personal CC and the rest from your new PCs, preferred customers. So you might do, I'm just saying, 1 case from a new person and 11 personal non-manager. You will not be active because you haven't done your minimum 1 CC personal to be part of your 4 CCs. Upon regaining eligibility, leadership bonus will accrue each month the manager is leadership bonus qualified thereafter, beginning with the 4th month, which will be paid on the 15th of the 5th month. Just to make that clear, let's say you are not active in January and February and March, so you've missed for 3 months. Now you have to re-qualify by doing 12 personal non-manager for the next 3 months. So you haven't been active January, February, March. So you do 12, April, May, June. Be active each month for the same period. And then your leadership bonus will accrue beginning with the 4th month, which will be paid on the 15th of the 5th month. So you were not active January, February, March. You re-qualified April, May, June. You will be paid on the 15th of July. A manager is not leadership bonus qualified at least once in the previous 12 consecutive months, and who is not in the process of regaining leadership bonus eligibility will permanently forfeit all downline manager lines. A forfeited manager line will become an inherited manager to the first leadership eligible manager upline from his or her original sponsor. That's a lot to take in. This is all in your company policy under leadership bonus. Now we move on and we look at the GEM bonus. The leadership bonus qualified GEM manager who, in the country of qualification, has the required number of active first-generation sponsored managers during the current month, or the required number of separate sponsored downlines with an active manager who has 25 or more total case credits during the current month, will receive a GEM bonus based upon the retail SRP of the personal and non-manager accredited sales of his or her first, second, and third generation downline leadership bonus qualified managers as per the following schedule. The Sapphire GEM bonus. Sapphire managers and above can qualify for 1% by having 9 active first generation sponsored managers, or 9 active managers, each in a different line, who generate 25 total case credits. Now, when they say can qualify for 1%, remember the leadership bonus is 6%. So the Sapphire manager will get 7%, but it will not show on your recap. Your recap will still show 6%, 3%, 2%. At the bottom of your recap, there will be another little headline that will say gem bonus, and all the accumulated gem bonuses will be in that total. But if you calculate it, it's 1% more than the 6%. The Diamond Sapphire Gem Bonus, Diamond Sapphire managers and above can qualify for 2% by having 17 active first-generation sponsored managers or 17 active managers, each in a different downline, who generate 25 total case credits. The Diamond Gem Bonus, Diamond managers can qualify for 3% by having 25 active first-generation sponsored managers or 25 active managers, each in a different downline, who generate 25 total case credits. Gem bonus percentages are not cumulative. Gem managers receive the highest percentage for which they have qualified. A manager may count a foreign first-generation manager towards gem bonus qualification, provided that the foreign manager has qualified as a sponsored manager in the country in which the manager is qualifying for gem bonus. After the foreign manager qualifies as a sponsored manager, he or she will be counted by their upline towards the gem bonus qualification during those months that the foreign manager has an activity waiver for his or her home country. The waiver means they've been 4 cc's active in their home country. Gem bonus is paid by each country based on the retail of the domestic, personal, and non-manager accredited sales activity of managers in that country. To qualify for a gem bonus from any country, a manager must have the required number of active first-generation sponsored managers or active 25 cc manager downlines in that country for the month in which he or she is qualifying for gem bonus. An FBO who qualifies as Eagle with 6, 10, or 15 Eagle manager lines will automatically be qualified for the 1%, 2%, or 3% gem bonus, respectively, in his or her home country for each of the 12 months beginning with May in which he or she is leadership bonus qualified. If a gem manager qualifies as Eagle at a level that is lower than his or her actual gem position, for example, a diamond manager who qualifies as Eagle with 6 Eagle manager lines, he or she will receive the gem bonus payout percentage corresponding to his or her Eagle qualification, except for the months in which he or she qualifies for a higher payout percentage. This is a lot to take in. You need to read through this or listen to the recording, think about it. If you have questions, please send us an email to fbosupport@forever.co.za, and we will explain it in great depth, because this is a lot to take in and a lot to think about. Okay, so FBOs, you can see we all need to help one another, and we need to work together to educate ourselves, our downlines, and our FBOs. And I feel like a stuck record at times when I keep saying, please read the company policy paragraph by paragraph. If there's something that you don't understand, send us an email. You can call us. We can help you on the phone. But personally, I prefer an email, because then you have a record of what was said or what was told. Because very often things can be misunderstood, misinterpreted, and then you'll do something and say, oh, but head office told me to do that. We prefer to have it in black and white. We can see what was said, what questions were asked, what the response was, how we can work together. And please, I know a lot of people have training with their own teams. That is so important. And there is so much training online. There's training every day. It's wonderful. I've never seen so much training. So please make sure if there's something you don't understand. I have a lot of compliance, a lot of Facebook posts that appear. And when I tell the people, you're not allowed to do this or that, they say, I didn't know. And then I say, please speak to your sponsor because you need more training. But very often the sponsor doesn't know. So there's the upline manager. It's imperative that we all work together to educate ourselves and our downline and all FBOs. So our next company policy training, which will take place in 2 weeks' time on the 4th of June, and the topic will be Eagle Manager. And there's a lot to discuss when it comes to Eagle Manager. Very exciting. Eagle Manager is a step to Chairman's Bonus. It is the best way to go. If you're working as an Eagle Manager, you're on your way to Chairman's Bonus. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is there time? There's time for general discussions. And can you put your audio off unless you want to talk to me, sweetheart? Otherwise, I'll call Zandy. Hello, Zandy. What is Zandy? Hello. 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 Hopello, do you have a question? Hello?
Yes, I do. Yes. How are you, Margaret?
I'm fine, my sweetheart. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
I'm
well.
good, thank you. All right, thank you so much. I was just in maybe 10 minutes in it, so I don't know if this was discussed, but I want to find out. Let's say I had an unrecognized manager. So I have somebody who's a recognized manager under that person. How do they maybe happen to qualify me for level movement? So this is a question that I've been asked, meaning to call you. But now that we are here and we were talking about levels, I thought maybe let me just pop this question.
Okay, so you want to know how a recognized manager can requalify as a manager. Is that what you're asking me?
No, not that. So maybe I have somebody. No, that's not what I'm asking. So let's say I recruited Margaret into the business and Margaret brought somebody else. Margaret left the business and she was an unrecognized manager. However, I've got this downline under me that is a recognized manager. Now, this person initially does not qualify me for level movement. So does it happen at some point? Because let's say Margaret is not coming back to the business. Will there be a point in the business whereby this person can qualify me for a level movement? That's the question I'm asking.
If Margaret leaves the business, she would have to be terminated. She can hang there and be less active for quite some time, depending. She's unrecognized. So I'm sure she'll also, if she hasn't been active for leadership bonus, qualified for 12 months. But the right thing would be for her to write a letter and to ask for termination. Once she's totally terminated, the other person, you never brought this person to recognized manager. Margaret did. Do you understand what I'm saying, Hopello?
Yes, I understand. However, oftentimes, like I'll give you an example. Maybe I recruit somebody. That person never did 4CC. They never even went. So they were pushed through all the levels of the marketing plan, right? And now I've got this person who's now a manager, but they're hanging there. I'm not moved to maybe, let's say, senior because I had another manager, because this manager is hanging there. They were pushed to manager. So that's the question that somebody
That
asked me, and
person,
I didn't.
yeah, the way
Mhm.
I understand it, that person must do 120 cc's under you. You see,
Or
you
the
did not
below
recruit,
manager, the
you did,
recognized manager.
yes, you did not recruit that person. Margaret recruited her,
Okay.
even if she was only active with 4 cc's and disappeared. If I were you, I would try to get hold of that unrecognized manager, ask her what her intentions are. If she writes a letter, then the other one will take her out, and the other one will still move under you, but she would still have to qualify as a recognized manager under you because she will be inherited to you. In other words, you got her by default. You understand what I'm saying, Capella?
My network was just bad. I just got to the product center. I think I was connecting, so I didn't hear that. But I think I heard that they need to, the recognized manager still need to do 120 or 150 within 4 months. And
Yes.
whoever is active under them, then
And
it will
yeah,
then.
she's becoming,
Okay.
if the other one's out, she becomes inherited to you, which means she cannot
Okay.
become a recognized, personally sponsored because she's inherited. She has to qualify under you. But you know what I
Okay.
would say? Try and find that unrecognized manager. Either encourage
Mm.
her to requalify and come back, or ask her to write a letter of termination and we can terminate her.
Oh,
But
okay. No,
if
thank
it's
you
still
so much.
not clear, go and read your company policy under recognized manager. We did discuss unrecognized managers, I think 2 weeks ago. I just can't remember. I don't have that training in front of me, but go and look up the training of 2 weeks ago. If unrecognized
Okay.
manager was, but inherited manager was definitely discussed, then send me an email. And when you send me the email, try and give me the name and FPO number of the people you're talking about, because then we can go in and we can actually look at the line. We can see what they're doing, when they became less active or whatever the case. It's so much easier when we have names and numbers to be able to answer you. Otherwise, we're just talking about facts, and the facts shouldn't change, but it's easier when you have the person's earning screen, activity screen, and things like that in front of you.
No, thank you so much, Margaret.
Okay, my
I
sweetheart.
actually understand. I knew this, but I
Um,
wanted to just, get a validation of what I knew according to
course.
what I've read.
I'm sure you knew this. I'm sure you knew
Yes,
this.
I did. I did, but I wanted to confirm because
Of
sometimes
course.
when somebody asks you, you want to give a factual answer. But
Of
yes, thank you
course.
so much
You're
for
welcome.
clarifying.
You're welcome, my sweetheart. Okay, B, have you got a question for me, B? Hello. I think B's not there, or she's got her TITC Learning. Who's TITC? I know that email address from somewhere. I just
Yes.
can't remember. Hello, who am I
Hello,
speaking to?
Margaret.
Hello, dear.
Hi, it's Andrea Roundfield here, or Obona, as they call me here in Botswana.
Okay, hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, dear. And
Thank
you?
you. I'm well. Thank you for this training. It's greatly appreciated.
Oh,
Um,
good. I'm so pleased.
yeah, and it's very, very helpful. A question or concern that I have been experiencing. So I just had would have been a preferred customer ordered in the US where I'm from online late
Yeah,
last month. And
yeah.
she placed her order. She selected join. Someone else's FBO information comes up. So they cancel and try to submit again. And it often happens, long story short, because of this reoccurring issue that's been happening with my new customers and preferred customers in the US, I lost a $90 sale in a preferred customer. It just, when I called the US, it just went to guest. So I didn't get any credit for that. But it's not the first time it happened. Even my mom, when she tried to join and place an order, she said someone's information kept coming up several times. So she called me. I registered here her, long distance via Botswana,
Yes.
to finally get her order. And one of my new assistant supervisors, when she was trying to do it, someone else's information keeps coming up. And so calling America, they saw the order, but it's, of course, it's month past and there's nothing they can do.
Yes.
But
Yes.
they said to call you guys. And I didn't get anybody on the phone, but it's something that keeps happening. So I don't know what's going on. I checked my link with locals here. It works fine. So I don't know. It just seems like when it goes to the US, something else happens.
All right. If you could send me an email with
Okay.
your full name and your FBO number
Okay.
and just a brief summary of what you've told me,
Okay.
and I will send it to the powers that be in America with a lot of exclamation marks. We've had one or
Okay.
two of that happen in South Africa, but 9 times out of 10, unless someone proves us wrong, 9 times out of 10, I don't know whether the FBO or let's put it this way, whether the retail customer, the PC, is trying to place the order themselves and makes a mistake with your FBO number, or whether you or your mom or whoever the person is that's placing the order makes, because normally that only happens when there's a mistake with an online order. But if it's reoccurring, we need to bring this to the attention of America. And if
Yes.
you send me that email, then I know who to send it to.
Okay. Yeah, because at first I thought it because I'm fairly still new, just joining in January, and I thought it was me just not knowing the proper link. So I always send the link directly to them and also give them my name and FBO number in case the problem was
Yes,
happening. And
right.
so what I did when my one of my first recruits, when she was having the problem, we actually went on Zoom and she shared the screen and we called out the
Okay.
numbers. So, yeah, so it wasn't an error, at least not at that time. It wasn't an error as far as name, FBO number that she was making.
Okay.
It was some kind of glitch because we'd spent like a half an hour on the phone. And I did lose a lead that way because she was like, and then she went and spent the money on something else. But
Oh
anyway,
my.
um, yes, because it just happens often. I don't know why. But I will
All right.
send Margaret, what is your direct email again, please?
FBO support
Oh, that one. Okay.
at
FBO
forever.
support,
Yes. Yes.
FBO support at forever. Okay.
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 Thank you.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to hearing from you.
Okay, will do. Thank you,
All right.
Margaret.
You're welcome. Take care. Okay, so I see there's in the chat box, what is the difference between a recognized and an unrecognized manager? Okay, a recognized manager is someone that did 120 or 150 case credits in a period of either 2 or 3, 150 over 2 or 120 over 2, 150 over 3 or 4 months, and was active with 4 CCs in the same months. They are recognized managers. An unrecognized manager is someone who did the same total of CCs over the same time, but either was not active one of the months. So let's say the person moved April and May, but was not active with 4 in April, but they're active with 4 in May, and over those 2 consecutive months, they did 120 CCs. They will become unrecognized because they were not active both months of the move up. Or there's someone below them, they've recruited someone that's working faster than they are, and that person becomes a manager and pushes them to unrecognized manager. To avoid that, you need to watch your downline managers very carefully, especially those assistant managers or supervisors that are working extremely good, well, and might just go from supervisor to manager. We've had that before. Then you need to do 25 CECs from another line, not the line in which the move up will happen, from another line. That is why we encourage you to build wide, like 5 different lines at least, and deep, so that if that happens and you need to find 25 CCs from another line, you've got lines there. You're not having 1 or 2 lines. I hope that answers your question. Okay, Confidence's iPad. Hello, Confidence. Can I help you? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Margaret, can you
Hi,
hear me?
Confidence. Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you now. How are you?
Okay. I'm good. I'm in South Africa.
Oh, good.
After here, I was on Forever 10 years back. I only joined and it was called by when you buy they were saying it's 2cc. When you joining, it was about 4,800 by that time.
Oh,
But
long time ago.
yeah. So I just wanted to know what is the forward.
Sorry, so when did you join Confidence? Are you
It was
active now?
No, I'm not active. I just bought the starter pack, which was about 2.8 by that time, 2.8 or 4.8. I can't remember well.
Oh, at the time you bought the
Yeah.
Start Your Journey combo. Okay, and you
Yeah.
became an assistant supervisor. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't know without your FPO, I don't expect you to give me your FPO number over this.
No, the line
But
manager gave me my
pardon?
line manager gave me a FPO number. I just wanted to find out, is it for me, do I just
Yes.
have to
You
buy
just
the
you just
or
normally you are still an assistant supervisor and you just need to carry on the business as before. If you need me to do that to you in writing, send me an email with your full name and your FPO number, and we'll confirm that your number is still active. What area are you in?
I'm in Richards Bay.
Richards Bay. So you fall under the Durban Product Center. And we
Yes.
can give you the Durban Product Center. They have a special email address for orders, and the banking details have not changed. And if you're an assistant supervisor, we can give you a password. You can order online. Send me an email and ask us what is the way forward. Just so as per our discussion on our Zoom presentation, please explain to me where I stand and what is the way forward. There's a lot of information we can give you that is new because it seems you joined some time ago.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Margaret.
You're welcome, Confidence.
On the email.
Yeah. Send me an
Okay.
email.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? We have about 3 minutes left.
Hi, Margaret.
Hello, who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Somi. How are you?
To who, darling? Sophie, did you
Somi.
say? Somi. Okay. Hi,
Somi,
Sophie.
yes.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Margaret. How are you?
Fine, thanks, dear.
Just quickly, I just want to understand when somebody joins online,
Yes.
how is the sponsor allocated to that new recruit?
You would have you either have your sponsor's FBO number and you enter it in. If you don't have a sponsor, then the system will allocate a sponsor to you. But most people know their sponsor, they know who it is, and they've got the sponsor's FBO number, and they key that in the relative field on that screen.
Okay. Do you know how the system allocates the sponsor if the person didn't put in
I don't know what formula they use. A few years ago, I was told that they would choose someone close to you. I would imagine they would choose someone in the same country as you. Otherwise, it becomes more complicated. But I have no proof of that. So there's no absolute formula that we're aware of as to how they. But it's better to have your own sponsor. You don't want to be sponsored by someone you don't know. It's better to to have your sponsor's details.
Yes. I'm just a little bit concerned. I've been in the business for a while. I'm a manager, but I'm just concerned with this now option of being able to, sign up online without a specific sponsor. Or if somebody goes to the product center, for example, and they say they want to join Forever, they don't know anybody. How would the person behind the computer allocate them a sponsor? I'm a little bit worried about that.
The way we don't often have walk-ins, what we call walk-ins, but if we did, the staff are trained to look for. They will look and see who's around you, in the product center, and they will call one of the managers. Normally we haven't had this. I haven't had a query like this for many, many years. They would call, let's say you had a senior, and 5 managers or whatever around you. They would call the highest ranking manager So they would call the soaring and say, this lady wants to know how to join. Would you like to take her aside and talk to her? The staff are not allowed to interact with FBOs at all.
Yeah, because that was my concern when I thought about this. If I have, for example, I have a personal relationship with, I'm just using Green as an example. We don't
Yes.
have a personal relationship.
No problem. Green works with me. He's nowhere near you. He works with me.
if Green and I are close, and Green knows that, you know, they saw me, she's a manager, she's building a business. If there's a walk-in at the product center, what are the chances that Green is not going to give that person to me?
He will be
how
fired.
does the company manage
he
that?
will be fired. He'll be fired. We had that happen many years ago in Cape Town, where one of the staff members recruited someone and was immediately disciplined and fired. We had someone in Johannesburg that spoke to someone many years ago, and that person was immediately disciplined. So the staff know, they know what they can do, and they know that they cannot get involved with FBOs or talk to them. They cannot sell anybody any product. They've got to refer. Their own customers can't come to the product center unless they meet them outside of the product center in their lunch hour and things. They're very strict as far as staff comes when it comes to walk-ins.
Okay. No, it was just something that was worrying me about that issue. I feel
don't worry about the staff.
Okay. No, that's all. Thanks, Margaret.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so are there any other questions? Because our time is up, but you can always send us an email. So who is there? I don't see anybody here at the moment. Don't have questions. That's fine. If you do think of something, send us an email. All right, then I'm going to say thank you for your participation, for listening. I hope we all learned something today. And we'll meet again in 2 weeks' time on the 4th of June. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Margaret. Bye.
Welcome. Bye.
Thank you, Margaret. Bye.
Margaret, really quick. This is Andrea again. Someone had a question in there about a person who wants to return.
Yes.
Do
You mean
see
return to activity or return after being terminated?
It says, what happens if the FBO were not active for some time and they want to come back, but under a different sponsor? It's a question that I had as well. Do they have to start afresh, or they just buy stock within?
If they've been less active for a period of 12 consecutive months, read the company policy, then they fall under something called responsoring. Responsoring is going to happen in 4 weeks' time. So not in 2 weeks, Tuesday, or sometime in June. I just can't remember the date, 23rd of June or something like that. Now, responsoring is, let's say you've met someone that says, I joined a couple of years ago and I'd like to come back. Then you would contact FBO support and you would say, this is the person, but because of the POPI Act in this country, we can't give you any information to that person. We would have to have that person. I've just put this in the manager's memo last week sometime. That person would have to be copied in. So let's say you've met Jenny. And Jenny says, oh, you know, Andrea, I joined some time ago and I want to come back. And Andrea says, okay, I can responsor you. Let me tell when last. Okay, definitely 12 months. Then you'll contact us, preferably by email, and say, I have Jenny, surname, previous FBO number, and just tell me, confirm for me, is she eligible for responsoring? We will say yes, because we'll go into a certain program and we'll say yes, she has not been active, she has not sponsored, she has not earned anything from us in the last 12 months. So yes, she does qualify. Then you will send an email to us copying that person. You get Jenny's email, and she's copied in. And then we have it that this person was part of the conversation, because you could be, we cannot give you any information. We can only do the responsoring for you. Then we do something to the computer. You also have to send us an order for a minimum of R1,000, plus the payment, proof of payment, plus a copy of the bank statement. We actually just need the top section. We don't need to see anything personal, plus a copy of the ID or password. So there are 4 attachments. This tells us Jenny is serious and she's going to place an order. So we then do something to the computer to make it responsoring, and you are now the sponsor. She does not change her number. She does not fill in another form. This is where a lot of people make a big mistake.
Oh, yes, I didn't know that because this is
Yes.
happening to me. So it's just an email to you guys, FBO
It's an
support.
email. It's an email. Yeah, if you read respond, the most important thing is when, you know, in the years ago, people used to fill in another form. And when America found it, they would take that person away from you and put them back with the first sponsor, because you can't have 2 numbers on the system, and you can't have 2 sponsors on the system. So you have to go read the company policy under responsoring.
Okay, I'm so glad I said that because it's happening to me right now.
Right. So send
Okay,
an email, get the person's full name and their FPO number. We will
What if
know who the previous people are, the previous sponsor, but we can't tell you because of the POPI Act. And send us those 4 attachments and copy Jenny in. Whoever the new person is, copy them in on the email. So they can't say that we broke the POPI Act in any way.
Okay, and what if they don't know their old FBO number?
Then ask them for the name of their previous sponsor. Let's see what information they can give you.
Okay. Okay. So whatever information they have,
Yes. And
include that.
You send us whatever they tell you, and we'll see what we can do on the other side to help you.
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Are we done? I think we're done. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.